When was the last time you went a full day without checking your phone or checking up on someone? Can you remember? Hello, my fans, kind of welcome back to another episode as usual. A lot of topics I talk about here can get really, deep with me. And this one right here could get really personal with you too. It's the cost of always being available. And it could be good for some, for a lot of people, actually, myself, but also have the side of it that's not good. And we're going to talk about the hidden cost of being available from easily work to group chat with friends, and it constantly taking a toll. And we do gotta talk about that because it can be absolutely stressful, myself included. We always have the want to be there for our friends. You want to be there for family. You want to be there for everyone, and it's myself included. I've always wanted to be there for people. I do that a lot. I did it a lot. Let's just say I moved on more or less and started to look forward towards myself to make myself a little better because it's the culture we make upon that is we're 24/7 of communications. We have phones and stuff. And so we're always available. And thanks to phones, we're always expected to be reachable at any time, anywhere. And it's almost like we're on a call at all the time, even though we're not. And that's the part about having always be there for someone. I myself used to be always there for all my friends, and you still are. You still could be there for your friends and support them unconditionally whenever they need. But it's the feeling of you have to do it. You have to be there for them because what if you're not? What if something happens? What if they're doing? You know what I mean? I don't want to bore you with that whole "we've been there" kind of thing. But myself included, lost friends because of the fact I wasn't there for them. And you could usually blame yourself. And I don't want to say I want to blame myself, but I can sometimes, is that I lost people because I wasn't there. And that's the thing. You can't always be available. Not always. It's very impactful in our lives. We normalize instant responses, whether it's urgent for work or just a text and a friend. If you just take more than a few minutes, people just start to worry about your day. They worry about things. And either you or someone else, you're worried. It's the constant, we have to be there. Like, why can't they respond to me? They know I could talk. They know I could text them back. It's the impact on our own well-being and our mental health, really. And I talked about all many, many times, is stress and burnout. We are constantly reachable means you're rarely disconnected with people. And the result could just be higher stress and inability to truly just relax and just talk and chill out. Most of the time myself, I just want to relax. I just want to do things on my own, but you lose that. You lose your personal boundaries. Like when you're just sitting down, wanting to relax, and then either a work text or a friend expects you just to text at any time. And it's easily to feel like you have no boundaries. And that happened to myself. I felt like anyone could talk to me anytime. I'm willing to be there for anyone at all times. And I forgot about myself. And it's that realization that, like, holy crap, I stopped giving time for myself. And it's okay to give time to yourself. You don't have to worry about everyone else. And I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever felt guilty for just ignoring a notification, even though you needed a break? That's the pressure we're all under. We're all under right now with that kind of, this whole thing, is that even when you try to set yourself a boundary and not really talk to someone or really just be on its own, like just, you know what I mean? It's that feeling that like I ignored them, like are they gonna hate me? And the overthinking, the constant, you're there for them all the time, what's going on? And filling in with my own story. I used to be chained to my phone, like all the time. I was completely addicted, like a lot of people are. And when I came to friends, they would message me all the time. I was the person that would help anyone out if they needed me. And it got overwhelming at a point where I just started to more or less disconnect. And I couldn't. I stopped talking to some people, and it's that guilt. I went through so much guilt because then you lose friends, and it's not bad, not good. It's that feeling between where you're doing something healthy, but it still feels like you're poisoned in some way, you know? And I don't want to seem like I'm a bad person for ignoring them. I just needed time for myself. But I realized I wasn't present really much in my own life. I just was reacting to everyone else's needs all the time. And when it came to myself, I didn't know what I needed. I didn't know what I wanted. And I still want to say there are benefits for disconnecting, like I just said. You have to set your own boundaries. All right, improve and focus on your relaxing. You could really focus on what matters, whether it's spending time with friends, doing hobbies, just relaxing without guilt. That's the thing we go. We relax with guilt. Just okay. You don't have to really try to fit everyone's needs. And restoring your balance is actually a thing. I told us another episode about balance. But taking a break from constantly being available reminds us that it's okay to prioritize ourselves, you know. It's okay to talk to yourself. It's okay to do stuff and get rid of that guilt, because either there's someone in your life that it could be toxic that's always needing you all the time. It's okay to be there. It's okay if you need someone, but the constant needing. And you may be saying like, okay, how do I set these boundaries without upsetting someone? And I was saying a good one would be turn off notifications, myself included. I do not have a single notification on my phone. Only thing that pops up is the icon to know what I need, if there's actually something important. And so I turn that off. Only people that I can ever really get notified is my job or my family. That's it. And just disabling it is unnecessary sometimes if you have work and stuff, but like the unnecessary notifications, you don't need to know about everything and every notification on YouTube or TikTok. You don't need that. That right there is unnecessary, but give it to most of the family, of course. I think you need to talk to your mom or something's going on. And this is gonna be a really hard one for a lot of people, is setting times without your phone. No time, like you can't eat it. And I'm not gonna do this to you, like as a guy to another guy, if you're watching this, not watching YouTube or something while eating is a death sentence to some of us, so not for you guys, don't worry. But like bedtime, I have an addiction when it came to that. Sometimes now, but most of the time I don't. I only have my phone out to listen to some like rain ASMR, like wind. I need some sound in my room besides my fan. Another part is tell people about your boundaries. Let people know when you're unavailable. It might feel awkward at first, honestly it does, where you're like, hey, I can't talk at these times, or like I don't feel like talking, but most people will respect it. If your friend came to you and said, hey, around this time, can I be just left alone? I just want to do this every day to do whatever it is. Understandably. And I don't want to say, but like if all else fails and none of those could work, just your phone died. You know, good excuse. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. It's just, I always wonder. I do want to pose a question to you guys. Like, what is one thing you've done that helped you disconnect before? And I'm not, like, it could be a bad story or a good one, but like, what's one thing you could take and like say, like, hey, I remember doing this. I helped me, you know, stop with work or friends. It was either bad or good, like a good or bad story. I just want to hear. And then I want to tell you and want you to challenge yourself. Something that you would do. Something you're going to do to challenge yourself to what I just said is actually give time to yourself. Don't always be available. It's okay. It's really hard to talk about this sometimes because it's personal with me, because I was a person that was everyone's therapist. I think a lot of us have been there before. But I want to summarize this all and do a little wrap up. Always being available does come back at a cost. Our mental health, our boundaries, and our abilities to truly rest. But we could take back control by setting limits. This week, I want you to try a day of uninterrupted, besides emergencies, if so, obviously. Like a phone-free day. See how it feels like just one difference. Just turn away your phone. If you had to let people know, do so. Don't make it sound like I'm going off the grid. No, just say I'm just gonna get away from my phone. I'm gonna try jogging and something. But I just want that to be known. But next time, I'll probably delve into another topic that hits home. But until then, goodbye. And I hope you enjoy your day, and toodaloo.